I want to start by saying that however you are feeling right now about the Bastion quest, I'm not here to sway you one way or another. Your feelings are your own and you should keep them. I just want to explain my interpretation of Bungie's motives for this quest and why I think they nailed the execution perfectly. To start, I want to define three things quickly: hardcores, hobbyists, and casuals. Hardcores, in my mind, are the type of players that are world's first chasers. They do low man raid challenges, speed runs, and really any other extreme outlier type content. Typically they play full-time hours or more, so 40 plus hours a week. Their enjoyment comes from being the best of the best and pushing the limits of their skill to newer heights. Hobbyists are not quite as extreme as hardcores, and this is where I think a majority of the players in Destiny lie. They may play either casual hours or full-time hours, so they can play anywhere between, I would say, a few hours a week to maybe 40 hours a week, but consistently they'll play the game, even logging into the game fairly regularly to work on whatever their goals might be: crucible, raids, pinnacles, triumphs, or whatever. The common theme is that they have a list of goals that they're working towards. Once they complete one goal, they move to the next and the next. Their enjoyment in-game comes from whatever their current goal is. Casuals typically play a couple hours a week or less, maybe even a couple hours a night. Usually they'll slowly burn through the content of a season and play the content that they enjoy most. Their enjoyment of the game comes from more personal goals or something specific about the game that brings them back each time, such as a specific game mode they enjoy, the chase of cooler loot, or just the enjoyment of the gunplay. Typically their goals usually remain pretty fixed and unchanging. So, the Bastion quest. For those that don't know, for the past week, the community, streamers, Reddit, all of the hardcores, hobbyist players have been working towards a complicated puzzle. In my opinion, what was great about this puzzle was how it brought thousands and thousands of guardians together. Some that play at the hardcore level, some that play at the hobbyist level, maybe even a couple people that play at the casual level. Regardless, thousands and thousands of guardians came together towards a common goal for the community that unlocked a new exotic questline at the end. Each and every person that contributed to the puzzle should feel rewarded for completing something that tests their skill, which in this case was puzzle solving, and they should feel rewarded with the Bastion quest. And they should feel rewarded having been around for one of those you had to be there moments that Bungie has been trying to work really hard to get back to. The hobbyists and casuals outside of this loop benefit from those that worked on the puzzle and can get the reward too, without needing to run the 30 corridor code at the end of the puzzle to start the Bastion quest. For the hardcore hobbyists that completed the code, they get the Bastion early. Everyone else can get it later. Both sides win. One gets the exotic early and participated in the largest Destiny community event ever. The other gets the new exotic on tomorrow's reset. Those that missed it or weren't interested in the puzzle can get the exotic without having to do the content that really wasn't designed for them. It was designed for the hardcore and hobbyist players at the top that really sink their teeth into those kind of puzzle solving things. I think a lot of the unhappiness people are feeling about this quest was typically the standard for an exotic quest line by Bungie. Is they have it on their roadmap. They have a NPC that starts the quest for us. We do a couple errands, we'll go to a couple lost sectors, kill a couple people, and then we'll end with a special version of a strike, kind of like how the last half of the Bastion quest ended anyway. So that's the expectation that players have had, and when they saw that it was on the roadmap, which Bungie never communicated how the quest was going to drop, And so with this expectation in players' minds, when the exotic questline turned out to be something different, a puzzle, something completely new that we haven't quite gotten before, I can understand why they thought that something other than Bastion would have been at the end. There was a lot of talk about it being an exotic sword, maybe Raise Lighter, maybe Vex Mythicus. However, I do think that some of the expectations people had were a little unrealistic, especially with those that were thinking maybe Vex Mythicus. But at the same time, I can understand why people had some of the expectations that they had. Like I said, the precedent for exotic questlines has kind of been set by Bungie for a while now, and so them trying something different, I can understand why people feel the way that they do. All of this is to say that I think any type of player really came out winning in this situation. Those that contributed to the event participated in the biggest Destiny community event ever. For years to come, they'll have memories about this event similar to how a lot of us remember the Whisper of the Worm mission, the Outbreak Perfected, and just any of those other big moments from Destiny 1 or Destiny 2. For those aware of the event and were keeping track of it but weren't actively participating in it, they also will have memories of this for years to come. And for everyone else, they get an exotic questline that starts on the next reset. So from the top to the bottom, in my opinion, everyone wins. Those hardcores finally got a real test of their skill and solved a puzzle that took nearly a week to complete, even if it was just a bunch of data entry. Still, thousands of people came together towards this common goal. They get the exotic early, and for everyone else, the exotic has been unlocked 1 week early because Bungie originally intended or budgeted for the quest to take 2 weeks. Again, I don't want to sway anyone in one particular direction. You're perfectly capable of feeling however you want to feel. I just kind of want to change the narrative a little bit. I've seen a lot of people complaining about this or that, and I think Bungie is a little damned if they do, damned if they don't. People want a lot of transparency on the roadmap, but not too much transparency, or there's no mystery in any of the stuff we're given. Hardcore players have been asking for a long time now for something designed a little bit more towards them, and Bungie delivered on that, I think, while also benefiting the people that didn't participate actively in the puzzle. In the very small chance that anyone working at Bungie sees this, I just wanted to say that I really appreciated the event, the quest line, and the exotic that came about this, and I think it was pretty brave to try something so new, and I think it worked out for the hobbyist player, which makes up the majority of the players in the community. I think a lot of them are really happy. I think a lot of them really enjoyed the community feel that this event created, and for that I think it was really cool what Bungie came out with for this event. Again, feel how you want to feel, but I think if we take a step back and kind of look at what the goals Bungie was trying to hit and please as many people as possible, I think they did the best that they could, considering how different so many different players are between the hardcore level and the very casual level. And so for all that, I think Bungie really hit as many targets as possible. Comment down below what you thought Bungie was trying to accomplish with a new type of exotic questline. Share this with those you think might not understand why Bungie took a chance trying something new. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.